Alright, so what I'm going to do is have a different type of video today. I am going to go over my gear that I use, the safety equipment I use, and yeah, just go over the different things I have on my kayak, in my kayak, and that I use while I'm kayaking or hiking. You know, I have some stuff for that too. So it's not going to be a very long video. It's going to be more of a it's not exciting. This is more informational and safety based, because one of my commenters did point out that I am getting more of a following, and I need to lead people in the right direction, especially with safety, and encourage safety on the water, safety while hiking. So that is what I'm doing. So obviously we're going to start with the kayak. So first thing, I have these pool noodles here. Yes, it's only 2 pool noodles. The styrofoam block that came with the kayak. Another pool noodle. We'll get to this in a second. Oh, that's upside down. But there's 4 pool noodles back here. So somebody asked if I use bow bags or flotation bags. I do not. I have screwed things in on both ends of the kayak, and they'll puncture it. The screws are sharp. They stab my toes every once in a while. I even filed them down. So I'm not going to risk $100 flotation device when I can go to Dollar Tree and buy those heavy duty pool noodles for $3. Well, each $3. And when my kayak does get completely waterlogged, it still floats. All right, so this, it used to be a compartment that had a dry bag in it. The old one got, you know, wore down, cracked and stuff, so I replaced it with this, and it works pretty good. When I installed it, it was completely straight, and yeah, tightening it actually is not completely straight, so that kind of bothers me. But it works really nice to drop some stuff in here and leave it for the kayak trip. I have not shown it on my videos. Rod holder. It's always good for fishing. You can just sit there and float along, or you can attach a rope and an anchor, which I will also get to in a minute, and you can fish. You don't even have to hold the rod the entire time. Very convenient. I got a 2-pack of these from Amazon. This is my phone mount, GoPro mount. That's why anytime you get a view, it's right here, bam. So these are a new edition. These are Solus reflective stickers. They're highly reflective. SOLA stands for Safety of Life at Sea. It's worth it. I already scraped that. How did I do that? I just put that on yesterday. Anyways, I put them along the kayak. I put them up here too in case it does get waterlogged and it gets jammed underwater. I can shine a flashlight down and be like, hey, there it is. So I didn't put anything on the bottom in case it flips. I just thought about that, but this is very helpful. This is very nice for you know, safety purposes. If I'm ever out in low lighting, even in full light, it's still highly reflective. So this is her kayak. I'm gonna get her on the water soon. It's warming up. We found that kayak on the side of the road. Really nice. A little small for me. Nonetheless, cool. On to gear. All right, so I found this on the river. So little pull rope thing. I don't know what I'm gonna use this for, but eventually when I find a kayak or a boat on the river, that's what I'm using it for. Here's the second item. It is an emergency line. The line floats, the bag has a little floaty in it. You know, you clip on the one end and then you throw it, and it is a life-saving device for people that are you know, drowning or struggling to get to shore. It's really helpful. I've never had to use it, and I hope I never have to. Awesome. Into the bucket. Now this, I do not use this enough. I need to use it more. It is a kayak paddle holder. It attaches to your kayak via right here. You know, you loop it around in there, and this wraps around the pole, and it keeps your paddle from floating away. I was on the Rouge one time. I don't think the video's up anymore because it was one of my lower quality videos before I got my GoPro. And I was getting out of the water to go around a little dam blockage thing, whatever they're called. I think there's blockages. I don't know if there's a specific name. And when I was getting out, my paddle slid off the top and into the river. Luckily, it's not a deep river, so I had to jump in. And I was wearing jeans because it was colder. I was so happy at that moment. I was so happy. I was just kicking myself for not using that strap. I did that for the rest of that trip though, so didn't happen again. This is not a death trap. It is actually my anchor. Take it on, and it pulls it tight. So this rope that I undid and made all dirty now, and I forgot how long it is. I think it's 10 feet long. Tie it to the end of the kayak, tie it to the side, to one of the other anchor points inside the kayak, and it's a great stopping point. You don't have to pull up an anchor or anything. You just clip it onto any tree branch or anything. It's worked quite well for me. I have no complaints about any of this. I don't use it that often. At least in my videos, I don't use it that often because, you know, most of the time I'm just action shots for you guys, but it works pretty well. These are important. Get yourself some gloves. I don't care what gloves, get yourself some gloves. I talked about these in one of my more recent videos. I got these from Home Depot. They have grips on them. They work really good, and they're warm. I don't know how they're gonna do in the summer. I might have to get myself some. I have hiccups, man. That's horrible. It hurts while I'm talking. I don't know if these are going to keep my hands cool or if I'm going to have to get thinner ones for the summer when it's roasty toasty outside. Into the bucket. Now, I made one video on Newburgh Lake. I believe it was the first with my GoPro. I don't know. I think I removed it because I only had my emergency paddle. I forgot my regular paddle. And it was a flimsy little screw together piece of junk that you'd get from like Walmart. Yeah, so I was thinking, man, what if I get stuck in the water and I really do need something and my paddle breaks? So here we have the emergency paddle. I don't know if I've shown it in any of my videos, but this is how far it extends. It's quite nice. I've never had to use it, thankfully. Hopefully I never have to, but it's always with me in the kayak in case my paddle breaks. What kit is not complete without a dry bag? This has never failed me. I've had this for 10 plus years. It came in a pack of 3. I have a red one, this one, and a yellow one. They work fantastic. My keys have never gotten wet. My wallet's never gotten wet. I always recommend leaving your ID in your car when you're kayaking, just for the sheer fact of if something happens to you when you're out on the water or hiking, and your car's the only one left over, when people are searching for you, or somebody gets curious, why is this car still here, they'll know who to look for. All right, my life jacket has a little zipper, has a clip for the whistle. That is actually required in the state of Michigan. You have to have a whistle that can be heard for up to a mile is the requirement. That is a very loud whistle. I blew it once, hurt my eardrums. Never blowing it again unless I absolutely have to. It's for emergencies or to signal to boats that you're there if they can't see you. Works very well. This is specifically for kayaking because it's higher up on the chest. Like you see in the videos, it's higher up on the chest, so that way it's not, you know, interrupting your back or anything and keep you lurched forward while you're trying to move and paddle. So I do have other life jackets that are just not comfortable in the kayak. So under the hiking portion, I am not getting my boots out and all that in all my clothes that I wear for hiking. I will include everything that I've shown except for the backpack because I got that from work on a wish list on Amazon. It'll be linked. I'll find some way to link it so that way everybody can access and buy these exact same things. So this is my handy dandy camera tripod that I have used to make my awkward walking towards and walking away shots. It's not required for hiking, but if you're making videos, it is awesome. It's cheap, but it doesn't feel cheap. Cost is cheap. Anyways, my backpack, I got lucky that I got a cool backpack through work, and it is actually quite nice. It has plenty of pockets, plenty of zippers, and it is comfortable. See all my GoPro stuff right here? It is comfortable to wear and hold as much stuff as I need for my day hikes, because I don't do any extreme backpacking. I don't do, you know, weekend trips or, you know, week-long trips, any long and strenuous hikes. When I do, I'm gonna have to get a different backpack. But until then, this little guy suffices. So at the end of the day, make sure that you are prepared before you go in the water. Make sure you have water that you can drink, not river water, water that you can drink. You know, some snacks like these granola bars that I forgot about and have been in my garage for a week. Luckily, the raccoon did not get to them. Make sure that you are well prepared to know what the water temperature is, the weather outside. It is actually sunny and blue skies today. A couple clouds in the sky. This is what I was hoping for yesterday because I really wanted to get on the water. It's still chilly. Of course, it's Michigan, you know. Why wouldn't it, you know, as soon as it gets warm, it drops right back down to the low 40s. It's too warm to dress up warm to get on the water, and it's too cold to not dress up warm to get on the water. And I didn't feel like being uncomfortable for a few hours to make a video, so I'd rather educate you guys on what I use. And yeah, if there's any questions, leave them in the comments. Other than that, hopefully this short video was helpful, and I'll probably make one of these once a year-ish when the more I update my, like, you know, my gear, or update a kayak, or if I'm doing more strenuous hiking. So I mean, that'd be updating gear, but yeah, I'll probably do one of these a year just to share with y'all that safety features and stuff I use. All right, y'all have a good day.